Hello, welcome to the vlog where my tolerance levels are currently non-existent. It is Tuesday. I spent the first half of the morning feeling like I was on the verge of a panic attack because like mum was there, the cleaner was there. I just felt like the house is a riot, it's too messy, everything was getting on top of me, just everything. And I know that sounds very dramatic, but it's just how the way I feel. And talking about the cleaner, so if you've been watching the vlogs, you'll know I was talking about last week, or last week's vlog, or was it one before? I can't remember. I've noticed that things have gone missing. So things like my good phone charger, like the one that's like charges things really fast, it went missing. My blue light blocking glasses, really random things like a full box of matches, the catnip spray, what else? And then I noticed, not the last, because the last week it was a different cleaner, but the time before that, when the cleaner was cleaning, as she was doing, like she often like pulls loads of things out, and she'd been in this cupboard and I'd noticed that there was a little one of those like how do I describe it? It's like it puts out essential oils, like a, not an atomizer thing, but one of the wee, like it's like a teardrop shape, and it I think it puts out essential oils and stuff. Anyway, that was sitting on the floor next to the cupboard door, and then obviously after she'd left I checked the cupboard and it wasn't there. And then when she come in this morning, she'd obviously, like, because I had approached the cleaning company and said, look, I've noticed some things have gone missing, blah blah blah, and they've obviously approached her, and she come in and it was very much like thou doth protest too much, like she was just going on a bit too much about not knowing where anything was, apart from the essential oils thing which she produced out of her bag. And she went, oh, this is the only thing that I found, like I must have picked it up with all my cloths, is this yours? And I was just playing like daft, like thinking, oh no, I don't think it is mine, but you know. And she's going, because it's not my other client, so I was just thinking it must have been yours, blah blah blah. And so yeah, that's kind of got me thinking, things basically just been really annoying me. Like, I've got no time or patience for people, and now knowing what I know about myself, so the autism side of things, I'm like, is this that side? But I feel like it's even worse today. I've just got no time for anyone. And I'm currently on the way to the Secret Garden, who were, notice the past tense, were one of the stockists of Wet Rabbit skincare. They have had the products since November last year, and it was meant to be on a sale of return. I contacted the owner countless times via email, via WhatsApp. It got to the point where I actually had to message one of the girls that I know that works there and say, can you please get her to message me? And then it wasn't until I actually said, look, I'm actually just going to come in and remove my products because this is not working. Like, I can't, how am I meant to operate a business and have you as one of my customers when you don't even talk to me? And it wasn't until I mentioned that she finally messaged and said, sorry, been absolutely no excuse not to message you, when suits for you to come in and pick them up. And I was saying to mum, I'm stupidly nervous about it, but then I'm like, why am I nervous? I've done nothing wrong. I guess it's just a bit humiliating really, and a bit embarrassing, and a bit like crap that my products haven't sold. But hey ho, that is what it is. Apparently everything happens for a reason. How am I meant to see? Oh, this is not a good angle. I'm just off to Espresso Cart for an hour because I've got some me to add videos that I need to edit. I thought I would go around for a wee change of scenery. I don't think I've spoken to you since yesterday, have I? Yeah, yesterday when did I last speak to you? Oh, I was in a bit of a bad mood, wasn't I? I actually ended up, so I went and picked the products up from the Secret Garden, and as it turns out they had already boxed them all up and the woman who owns it wasn't even there, so I was literally in and out in a minute. So I actually went and I parked at the Dean Castle. I didn't go round, usually I like walking round there, but I didn't go round there that time. I parked just in the car park, and then I walked into town because I had to get some protein powder. So I bought my coffee and I went to Holland and Barrett and got my protein powder, and then I actually went to Marks and Spencer's, and they just do like the best, both in my opinion, but also like environmentally and stuff. They do the best like cleaning products and things. So I got some, basically like a kind of eco-friendly version of Zephora, because I used to love like filling up my sink at night and putting some Zephora in, and it like, you can smell it when you wake up. It basically goes throughout your whole house. So I got like their version of that. Can't remember what one it is. It's a fancy one. And I got my favourite wipes, which are like, I think it's almond and orange or something. And what else did I get? Oh, they're vegan hazelnut chocolate, which is now gone because I ate it all. And some vegan version of like a tomato mascarpone sauce. And I also got, I'd seen it on Instagram, I can't remember the girl's name, she's Irish. I actually really like watching her. She was talking about how M&S do these like, it's like long line padded vests, or like a vest top, but you don't need to wear a bra underneath, and I don't have that problem anyway, but so I got one of them, and then it was really embarrassing because for some reason the signal, you basically don't get any signal in Marks and Spencer's, and I hadn't realised that my Monzo app hadn't updated, and where I had bought like my protein and I bought like the cleaning stuff and whatever, basically long story short, I had technically needed to move money from one of my pots, but I hadn't realised, so it kept like declining, and then we tried like 3 times and she was like, I wouldn't try anymore in case it like blocks your card. And I'm going, but I don't understand, like this is like, I have money in my account, I don't know what's going on. I don't actually have money in my account. But anyway, that was that. And actually, the day actually turned out better than it started. I also decided, like that box of products that I picked up, I decided to do a kind of like act of kindness thing. So I've asked people to nominate, sorry I'm just checking that I'm recording, because it wouldn't be the first time that I've been blithering for like 10 minutes and then not recorded. I asked people to nominate someone, or themselves, to be sent some products, and if I'm honest, I have no idea who I'm going to choose. I think I'm going to get Mum to choose, But I'm probably also going to do a kind of, this won't be like a one-time thing, because I just feel like there's too many people that could do with getting something. By the way, sorry for the jangling, I'm holding my keys behind me. But today has literally just so far mainly been spent trying to get content filmed for these blinking ads. I got my official, it's so daft, my official ADHD certification through. It honestly looks like one of the things that you would like get at school. I was saying to Mum, I was like, do I print it out and frame it to say that I'm qualified and being a fully fledged ADHDer? I keep forgetting that it's the school holidays. I'm down at Troon. I had a really lovely meeting with Laura Simpson, who I was introduced to through Strathclyde Uni, and we met at Drift, had a really good chat, took loads of notes, and I had the vegan avocado toast, which they make with like vegan haggis, and then of course I got the tray bake, which I've snaffled half of, and I just sat there and kind of went over my notes and created actions for them. And then I thought, I'll come down for a paddle, but that's why I'm filming this, because there's loads of children about. How dare there be children on my beach? But the tide is out, so having to walk quite a bit to get to the water. It's thankfully so much cooler today. Although I was sitting outside and I think I got a feel a bit pink. But yeah, I think it's about 18-19 degrees, which is still warm for Scotland, but compared to what it's been like, it's definitely a lot cooler. I'm so happy about it. I was out in my ice bath this morning and it was grey and overcast and windy, and I was so happy. So yeah, I'm going to go and paddle and try and be a bit present, because I don't know if it was because I was aware that I had to leave the house and come and meet Laura, but I was feeling very, very anxious and very overwhelmed. I'm just trying to find the urge to rush home and do stuff, to find a section of the beach that doesn't have other people. I don't like people. Where is he gone? Jack? How have I lost the cat? It was literally just meowing away. Hello. Oh, there it is. Jack! How? You were literally here 2 seconds ago and you've managed to go outside and get absolutely soaking wet. How did that even happen? Hello. Happy Saturday. Do you like I've been away to get a lash lift and tint, and then Amy at the very last minute wouldn't let me out without waxing my brows because she said that they were too bad. So I kind of feel like the tint is making me feel like Jack Sparrow, as in the movie, not the cat. I feel like I've got smudged mascara on, but I think it's just because it's defined my bottom lashes, which I'm not used to. But anyway, I am about to have something to eat, and then I need to get... Well, actually, I'm going to feed Jack first, so he'll give me peace. 2 minutes. Fun fact, I was yesterday days old when I discovered that food like the Encore cat food, so you know the one that's meant to be like pure tuna, whatever else, or chicken breast, it's a complimentary cat food. you have to look for complete. So there's me thinking that all the adverts like slating like, well, I think Whiskas isn't the best, but like Sheba and whatever else, there was me thinking it was like junk food for cats, and in actual fact you're better feeding that and then feeding alongside the tin stuff, which suits me better because those Encore ones are like £12 for, I think it works out about £1 a tin. And Jack can be very, very fussy and doesn't always eat them. So, oh, there you are. That's our useless fact of the day. Ta-da! I feel like it reminds me of Wally from Wally.
Oh, does it change?
It's a gimbal.
So do we talk to it? Is it a video?
Yeah. Change button.
That's not the wrong way. Oh no, let's try and be one of those cool YouTubers.
That's what I've been trying to be for about 3 years and it's not quite working.
The card as well, happy 40th, all these beautiful pictures on it.
Mm-hmm. And the straws. Wait a minute, straws.
California.
It's not focusing. There we go. Hello. It's Monday, but I've just decided to keep this vlog going for a bit. I'm actually home for the day, which is nice. I was in the gym this morning and I trained and I had 2 PT. But Jen, who I normally have at 6:30, she's not in tonight. But I'm just feeling a bit. My mum and dad were out at the. I've lost track of what doctor or consultant this was, but they were out at the hospital for an appointment because mum had kept, since my dad's been diagnosed with Parkinson's. Other than finally getting the medication, which mum had to fight for, he's had absolutely no help whatsoever. So she just kept phoning up and saying, right, what's happening? Like, what help are we getting? Blah, blah, blah. And eventually they said, right, we'll get you an appointment with this doctor. And I just texted mum there to find out how they got on, and she said that he's to take an extra, like his medication, an extra tablet a day. But she said that the doctor said that he could see a difference in my dad since the last time he saw him, and not in a good way. And it's definitely Parkinson's he's had this whole time, this 4 years. And it's just really frightening because, like, I think I've kind of been in denial this whole time, like, but when I think about it, it's a degenerative disease, and I just don't. It's just not fair. And then this is so selfish to say, but what happens if it's hereditary? Harry is being a weirdo, more than usual. Boy, I don't know what's wrong. Is it because the door isn't open? Look, there's the door open. Oh, you've reminded me I need to lock the door. I am past the time of working late. I don't know how anybody... You're such a princess, Harry. On you go. I don't know how anybody does the midnight grind working in to the early hours in the morning. I was working on, so what did I, after I last spoke to you and had my slight meltdown, I then set up the summer sale discounts, and what else did I do? Posted a social media post. What else did I do? See, this is where I need to record my daily wins because I forget what I've done. Oh, I responded to emails, and then I sat and so for my Melanie method coaching, I I offer like a one-off program design, so if people can't or don't want to do like the either PT or ongoing coaching, I design a program for them. But I've decided rather than just basically I want to go above and beyond. I'm harping back to my school days, okay? I've decided I'm creating this thing, and God knows how many pages it will be long. I'm creating this document, and it's called the Melanie Method Foundations. So it covers everything from like training, nutrition, mindset, and everything. And of course, it's taken me far longer than I thought. Oh, I'll stay up for as long as possible, if it needs, for as long as it needs to get the outline done and whatever. But I ended up making some toast, sitting down, and then I'd put my laptop on to charge, and I just couldn't face picking it up again. So I planned it tomorrow, and my two main tasks for tomorrow are to phone my favourite people ever, note the sarcasm, at HMRC. So I'm going to do that first, so it's over and done with. I'll literally feel ill about it. And then the only other thing that I've got on my list is to write and schedule all the summer sale emails. So I need one to go out tomorrow, which is like a check your inboxes for your early access coming on Thursday. Then the actual early access email on Thursday. One on Friday, which is when the site wide, like the general, it goes site wide on this website. A sort of bestsellers one on the Saturday, and then two for the Sunday. So that was a very blethery. Why do I look like I've got something on my face? A very blethery way of saying that I am on to close this off. I am now gonna. It's 10 to 10, so I'm gonna go and do my little vibration plate thing, which does seem to help me, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to get to sleep better than I did last night. I don't feel like I had particularly good sleep last night. I think it's because I knew I had to be up early. And I'm going to watch an episode of Rings of Power on Amazon. I'm loving being back in that world again. It's very, very dark though. Very, very dark. Well, The Lord of the Rings always was, but I just keep thinking I hope it's not going to be like... Because what I was going to say was, I feel like lots of things, like a bit like Game of Thrones, like you never wanted to get attached to a character because they would just end up dead. But anyway, thank you for watching this and all my rambliness and for bearing with me. Oh my gosh, YouTube keeps showing me, I don't know why, but it keeps showing me Grogu things, and he's so cute. I can't deal with how cute he is. How did I get onto YouTube when I was talking to you? See, this is my brain. Oh, the doctors phoned me earlier on because I had submitted so in order for me to get medication, I have to request a medical summary form. And of course, when I went, the doctors wasn't open because they were closed for lunch. So I had to put the forms into... When was that? Was that Thursday or Friday? I just put it in, they had like a letterbox thing. And I got a call from an unknown number earlier on. And luckily I answered that because it was the doctors, and she was like, oh, I need to get the paperwork together and I need you to come in and sign an access request form. So I'm like, I no bother. Let me just take yet more time out of my day for you. Why was I telling you that? Right, I need my bed. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Thank you for being with me and all my scattiness. Peace and love. Bye.